My name is Krista King, and I am an allied health science instructor at Spartanburg Community College. I've been teaching for about 2 years now. I currently teach medical terminology in person and online. And today I want to share my philosophy about technology's role in teaching and learning. So I believe the primary goal for integrating technology into teaching and learning process is to enhance students' learning. Technology is a valuable resource that provides educators and students with a vast amount of learning resources. By effectively using technology, I can increase productivity and communication in my class, motivate students with different learning styles, and promote collaboration among learners. Technology also allows me to provide some flexibility for my distant learners or for my students that have other commitments outside of school, such as working full-time or raising children. Technology is interlaced in everything we do today. So by integrating it into my classroom, I'm helping prepare students for the future workforce. So when I look at the effectiveness of integrating technology in supporting teaching and learning, I think that it's important to realize that just because a technology is new doesn't mean it's appropriate for my class. I think that it's essential to research technologies and determine how they will align with the learning objectives and course outcomes I'm trying to convey to my students. For technology to be effective, it must enhance what my students are learning. It must be engaging, provide multiple formats of representation, as well as provide my students with different opportunities to demonstrate what they know. My beliefs about the efficacy of technology are supported by the Universal Design of Learning framework, as well as the TPACK framework. So therefore, when I integrate instructional technology into my course, I look at both the Universal Design of Learning and TPACK framework. I start with the TPACK framework and I study how that technology will align with the content I'm trying to teach, as well as my pedagogical needs. The technology tools I choose must enhance my learning assessments and activities I want my students to complete. I then apply the Universal Design of Learning framework, which allows me to provide accessible and equitable technology resources to my students. To do this, I have to evaluate how the technology tools will provide multiple means of engagement, representation, action, and expression to enhance my students' learning. I keep in mind that technology should be tailored to a specific course and the teaching and learning goals I've established for my students. If I'm choosing a technology tool that's an investment for my school, such as a new textbook or software, I would also apply the sections framework. This would allow me to see how the technology will fit with the overall educational environment of my institution. Next, I have to consider the ethical responsibilities that I may face when I integrate technology into my classroom. So some of the things I would consider are students' privacy, data security, equal access to technology resources, copyright laws, and the Fair Use Act. I also think it's essential to create policies that promote NetEquip, encourage diversity, students' experience in the past. I want to use those things to promote learning in my classroom, as well as find ways to prevent cheating. Technology, when applied correctly, adds a tremendous value to my students' learning process, but it must be integrated responsibly and customized to fit the content I teach. It's important to realize that it's not a one-size-fits-all. I believe my responsibility as an instructor is to provide students with technology that will enhance their learning, by aligning it with our course objectives and learning outcomes, promoting equity and accessibility, and making sure the technology that I choose is ethically resourced and implemented. Thank you for allowing me to share my thoughts on integrating technology into the classroom.